Hey everybody, welcome back. Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you are all doing well. I'm going to try to keep my voice. I was just telling our guests here before we started, I feel like I'm losing my voice. I blame the wildfire haze that is out there. It's a real thing. You should see it in Boston. I can't even see like the tops of the buildings. It's like hazy and smoky and it's all weird out there. But anyway, we're talking Newburyport Lacrosse today. And, well, these girls, the season won't end because they keep winning, coming off a win just yesterday, and now they're waiting for their next opponent. This is exciting. We got Izzy Rosa, give a wave there to the, there you go. Anna Affelter, did I do okay? That's the tough one for me, I think. And McKenna Ward. There you go. All right. Well, congratulations, girls. What a season here so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's Izzy? We'll start with you. What was that win like yesterday? Like it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
North Reading, was it?
Yes.
Cool.
It was good. Going into the playoffs, we had a rough couple last games, so we really had to like get our mojo back and everything. So going off of a big win, it definitely helps us for the rest of the playoffs.
Oh, you didn't go in hot into the playoffs.
We didn't.
Oh.
We played some really tough teams, and it didn't end well for us.
Oh, okay. Did you go in with two losses?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's unlike Newburyport Lacrosse. It is a bit of a powerhouse, your team. You're always good. I said that to you before we started, and you all laughed and said, yeah, it's true.
Recently, it has been true.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of years where we weren't good, like probably 10 years ago, and so ever since then, though, we've built it up, and so has Kat, our coach, and ever since then, we've been winning the Cal, and at least been making the tournament. We've been trying to win it and trying to go far, but this year we're hoping majorly.
Who's the coach again? Say her full name.
Catherine Batchelder.
Yes. Okay. I think I had her on years ago, if I remember. It's been a while since I've had her on though. So, all right. So you're rolling. McKenna, what makes this team so special this year?
I think this year it's just we've been playing with each other for a while. I mean, like me, Anna, and Izzy, like we've all been playing like since we were little. But like, especially the grades below us, like we've done like club teams together. So we're just really close. Like last year, and especially in this year, like we didn't really lose. Like we lost like obviously key players, but like it was only a few seniors. So the team stayed majority the same. So just kind of nice to see each other like keep bonding and like I feel like everybody's super close and everybody has the same goals.
Nice. Are you all seniors?
Yes.
Okay. So this is like so. You're out of school. Have you graduated?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're literally just sticking around for lacrosse. This is like the last thing. I remember those days. Yeah, that's a weird. It's kind of a weird thing, right? Is it? Is it hard to? I mean, I imagine you're so close to something really special. It's probably not too hard to stay focused though and be serious at practice. Because is that accurate?
Yeah, that is very accurate actually. I mean, I feel like everyone would think it would be hard because, like, it's summertime, but...
You want to go to the beach?
Yeah, exactly. But also the weather hasn't been great.
I was going to say, yeah, that's true, yeah. It probably does actually help, the fact
that... it does.
How was the senior week? Is that, I mean, is there still stuff going on? Or?
No, it ended. It ended with graduation, but it was fun. It was good just being with our class one more time, so...
Yeah. What are the, are you got multiple sports athletes, I take it? Is there is it weird, like... having this be I always remember, like, I think for me it was tennis, but it was like when you're playing that last, it's like, you know, it could be the last match. Like that's kind of like a weird feeling, isn't it?
Yeah,
you want to take that one, Anna?
It's definitely a weird feeling, especially because I feel like even with graduating, like many people are sad. I feel like it hasn't hit me yet because of lacrosse. Like I'm still seeing so many people that I see in school because of like the sport. Yeah. And so I feel like it hasn't hit me yet, but I feel like when that is over, it's gonna hit me hard because, like when Kenna said, our team is like especially close this year, and we all have like really unique connections with everyone. Yeah. And so I don't think I'm ready for it to be over.
Are you going to Holy Cross? I see.
Yes.
Are you going to Penn State?
I am.
Wow. You didn't wear the college product? Izzy, come on. Are you going? Would you like to say?
Yeah, I'm going to University of South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though it's not represented with gear, very good. McKenna, just on that note too, when you're making these final runs in tournaments, is it like, do you value every practice even more?
It's honestly like definitely. I know sometimes like when we're in practice, like during the regular season, it's like, oh, like it's like so long and stuff like that, and like the days in the summer for us, like it's definitely gets hotter, and like usually, and like when we have those like hot practices, it's hard to get through. But like for us, or at least for me, I'm like, this could be the last practice, especially going into tournament season. So just like seeing everybody work really hard is kind of like, I want to keep playing, I want to keep practicing, so it's definitely valuing each time we have together.
They're like special. It's probably, I mean, you're obviously being very serious, but you're probably like, there's an effort of, an element of just soaking up every last minute too. Like there's probably good storylines within your teams that have been pretty cool to watch, you know. Is that the deal?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, our coach always says, like, you have to earn it. You have to earn the next game. You have to earn the next practice. So like obviously like just trying to soak it all in because like the max we could have is just like over a week, so it's obviously kind of sad too.
Yeah, no, it's and exciting, right?
Yeah, it's exciting.
New chapters.
Yeah.
Anna, is there like you're all seniors, you're obviously leaders on the team. Is there like, I'm sure you look at some of the underclassmen and you're like, let's try to like, obviously make this, you want to finish strong for them too and just kind of lead by example in that way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
You do that all year anyway, I know, but.
definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
I know for myself, and I know for them too, we all have strong lower classmen. I mean, we've been through everything with them because even our sophomore year, that was our first year because of COVID, and so we all were like new at the same team or at the same time as well, and so it's just like we grew really close with them. We also played club with the majority of them, and so just like we don't know how much time is left for at least our season, but I mean, with the strong connections, we want to go far. We want to play for each other, not like we want to play as a team and not just for individuals. And so we're hoping to at least get the win before. I mean, we have 6 seniors on our team, so before we leave.
Is that doesn't seem like a lot actually, 6. Is that? I don't know.
We have many starters though in that.
Yeah.
Though.
You do.
Yeah.
You all start pretty much.
Yeah.
What about how many? How do you 11 at a time in lacrosse? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And how many do you keep on a roster?
We had 19, I think, this year.
19.
And then we pulled some JV players up for
Yeah,
the
playoffs.
playoffs, so we have 23
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
Well, that probably sets. I mean, for after you all leave, it's probably a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not super heavy loaded seniors. Granted, most of you start, but all right. Well, that's interesting. What has been the most, even if it's like a player you can name, maybe an underclassman, what's been like the most surprising aspect of this team this year? Anybody can take that if they want to jump in.
I think for me, something really surprising is just like, I mean, we're all play different positions in lacrosse. I play defense, and she plays the midfield and like attack. So like we each kind of have our own like groups to like kind of like lead and stuff like that. So I think the most surprising is seeing how like in each aspect of the field, like there's always everybody on the field is like bringing something to the table. Like we're all like stepping it up, and like you can like look around and see like everybody has like that special thing. And I feel like that's something that's like really unique about our season this year is that like this is like one of the best years I feel like we've had with everybody like kind of having like their own like strength and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's really no like let ups. I feel like when we play together, like it's really hard for other teams.
When it gels, yeah.
Yeah, everybody when we
Yeah.
gel, it's definitely fun to watch.
Yeah, that's cool. Anybody want to add on to that one? That's a good answer.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say too, like, there's all over the field. We're all like such strong players, but really we just work so well together. Like we all have like our little groups. We know who we work well with, and we just gel like so well together, unlike any other year. So it's been like really cool to watch.
There was no drama. There was no drama on the team.
Drama.
Come on.
No,
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
which again goes to, like I think it goes to the fact again that like the age like the closeness in age like we have a lot of juniors.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see like how like what Anna said we started the same year, so like we all kind of started like as freshmen and then built up, so like seeing the juniors who are going to take over next year and like a bunch of them start, like you can see that like we're past like when this is over, like passing it on to them, like they're going to be fine. So
They're going to be
just-
stacked next year. That's what
yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's cool. What about the like? Obviously, you mentioned COVID, and I always forget that you. I mean, it seems so far away that,
Yeah.
but for long ago, but really it wasn't. So freshman year for you was fully COVID.
Yes.
That was no sports or
So we had no
We had
spring
till-
sports.
Yeah, no spring sports.
no spring sports.
Yeah.
Okay. And then sophomore year back at it, but I think you're doing rules changes and stuff at that point, right?
We
Yes.
like to wear masks. And
Yeah.
we did like quarters instead of
That
half.
feels like a tough sport for masks for me.
Yeah,
It was
really hard.
I
Yeah.
remember when we took it off.
Yeah.
When we took them off, it was
I know.
like
I
one
remember
game we
that.
took them off, and it was like, what? Whoa! Like it was
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Wait, I never even thought of that. Mouth guards and masks.
Yeah, it's mouth guard and a mask.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
It was
crazy.
horrible.
It was like also hard with your goggles. Like
You, like,
you had to like feed it
crazy.
under your goggles
wow.
or else.
I don't know how we did that. Looking back
Yeah,
at
and
it.
then we got to take them off, and it was the best feeling. It
Yeah.
started to feel normal again.
Mouth guard, mask, and goggles. That seems insane. I thought basketball was bad. Never mind. You know. Man, basketball is bad. I can't do any of it. Yeah.
It's hard.
Wow. What's that? Is it? I mean, it's such a unique journey. I mean, some of the older kids had it harder than you, missing out on these years, obviously. But it is a unique journey for you. You start off in such a weird way, and maybe finish in such like the perfect way.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about that? Like, what a weird start to the high school career, and then.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, at first, I remember the season just kept being like pushed back a week, but we're all hoping we were getting the season in, and like the poor seniors, like they didn't have their senior year. But honestly, like looking back at it, I feel like when we started sophomore year, like we started like we did just lose a season, and we came off really strong, and ever since then we've just been building up to this year. So
Yeah.
it's been good.
Did you know? Because I mean, you were young underclassmen, but did you know those seniors pretty well?
Yeah,
Like,
we did a lot of like captains practices with them, like pre-tournament. So
Yeah.
and they always like just kept us in touch, like trying to get hyped for the season, and then obviously it never happened, so it was sad.
That must have been, I mean, it's devastating for everybody, but is there a part of you that was like, you're probably more devastated for them, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
this is their last hurrah, and that's it's such a lame situation to think about. Probably makes, I've heard a lot of people talk about that, though. A lot of those, like, seniors took a lot of pride in, like, making sure that they kept working for as long as they could, and then until the season was canceled, and that was like, all right, we did everything we could, and, like, they tried to show leadership in that way. I don't know, it's probably a good life teaching school, teaching moment, maybe. Izzy Rosa, Anna Falter, McKenna Ward joining us here. Shout out to our team, too, by the way. Maeve Power, Madeline Clement, Lily Woodger, and the boss, Sarah Hayden, here, putting this show together as I do the easy part and just talk to people. Thank you, team, very much. It's a big team. Our team is growing. We get sponsored or something. But again, Newburyport Lacrosse in the house today. Newburyport Lacrosse in the house today. I don't think, have any of you been on before for any other sports?
We have for basketball.
You too,
Our freshman year, actually.
Oh, you came on as freshmen?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I never would have remembered.
No one took it, so then all 5 freshmen came.
Yeah. It was
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
With
That's a
Abigail
lot.
Gillingham, yeah.
With who?
Abigail Gillingham. She was the only
Oh, yeah.
upperclassman. It was all 5 of freshmen.
Okay. Wow, that rings about. That was your freshman year.
Yeah.
This is weird. Talk about coming full circle.
Right?
Exactly.
Wow, that is funny. Okay. Yeah, I guess my memory is horrible, but you all probably look different now too. Freshmen, maybe not. That was so. Yeah, I remember that because we have very few freshmen that come in. I think I probably told you that then. If I know me, I probably said that. So Kyle usually sends me upperclassmen, but interesting. All right. Well, very good. Welcome back to the show. Have you, all right, let's talk away from the field for a second. We'll come back and finish with lacrosse stuff. What was the graduation like? Is it hectic, chaotic, fun?
Yeah, it was different than we expected. It was indoors because of the rain, which no one really wanted. But
Bad stretch of weather.
Yeah. It ended up being good, though. It was fun. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
The inside?
We were like walking in. I remember being like, I can't believe it's not outside. Like, we can suck it up in the rain. And I was like, I could not have done that.
Yeah.
Happy because it turned out to be nice. We got to take pictures outside.
Was that this past weekend?
Yeah, this is last Sunday.
Oh,
So, yeah.
yeah, Sunday wasn't. The whole weekend wasn't great, right?
Yeah, so it was fun though. And then we had like after graduation we have like a senior celebration, so like we go to a bunch of different places, but it's like all surprises. So that was also fun because that was like the last thing we do with our class, and it was kind of like over. So it's fun to do all that stuff in one day. It's nice to see everybody.
I bet. Did you? I remember always practicing for graduation outside. Did you ever practice for inside?
We actually once did.
Once, yeah.
We got
Practice
to do it.
inside. And I know, right? Thank goodness.
I heard I feel like teachers or something are gonna get mad at me, but I've heard through the grapevine, others of you, that they were tedious. The graduation practices.
They were.
Yeah.
They were very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took forever. Yeah,
It
definitely.
did.
We had to learn how to walk like how we graduated, so it's like left together, right together, and the amount of times we got that wrong was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we kind of needed the practice because I was watching and I was like, oh my god, like it's kind of bad.
We had some troubles with our lefts and rights.
You actually watched the thing back, the actual graduation? Oh, yeah.
And like when I was walking with my group, I was like, some people are just not doing that. Some people kind of quit. I'm like, I can't do this.
It's funny.
Big gaps.
Big gaps. Yeah.
On the turns, especially.
Yeah, except it's remarkable how it just doesn't matter.
I know.
It's like the best part is like we still graduated. So
All the work that goes into that. I remember thinking, like, what if... I remember we had this... It's been the same thing ever since I'm much older than you, and 20 years before me, it was always the same. They would practice forever, and we'd be like, do we really need to... I don't know. I guess you don't want to embarrass your school, but usually you don't.
End up just not doing it. So it's like it didn't really matter in the end, but it was nice.
They broke rank.
Yep. They were like, I'm just gonna walk to my seat. And I was like, okay.
Would you like to call anybody out? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Oh, that's funny. What was the favorite event of the senior week? You guys had some cool ones. There was like laser tag, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Do you all do that or?
We didn't actually get Yeah, 2 weeks of practice.
Yeah.
But
What-
like my favorite was definitely prom. I thought that was really
Yeah,
fun.
prom.
Oh yeah, prom.
So
Yeah,
much
prom
fun.
was really, really
Salisbury?
Yeah.
SC glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Really
nice.
pretty venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
That's
it was,
cool.
It was hot. It was
Yeah.
weird. Like,
Oh,
It was
yeah,
the
it
Thursday
a
where it was
really
like
hot
steaming.
day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that one of those 90-degree days?
Yep.
yeah.
Oh.
Beginning of the week, it was like super, super hot, nice out, and then when we wanted to be like really nice for graduation, just
Yeah.
downpour. We were like,
Yeah. Well, the indoor graduate. I gotta be honest. I have never watched my graduation tape or anything. Like, you know.
Yeah.
This was the first time where it was like live streamed because
Oh.
of the gym and we had limited seating, so people were only allowed to have 3 guests.
Oh, that's the big issue,
And
right?
so we had like
Yeah, yeah.
the gym
Families
full,
came
and then
down.
our auditorium had the live stream version coming. So like anyone who couldn't make it to the gym, there was the auditorium where we had the big screen pulled down and we were just live streaming it there.
Yeah. Okay. I do remember that. That was the big reason to have it outside. More family. Yeah. Well, that's kind of lame if you can't. But you know,
Yeah.
you get to see everybody at the graduation parties and everything, right?
Definitely.
Have you done those yet? Or those usually happen during the summer, right?
Yeah.
There's a few that
There's,
happen.
Yeah.
There's still a few more to come though.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good part of the senior summer. I always liked those.
Yeah.
How about what was the senior? I gotta ask this. What was the senior event that you wish they'd do away with?
What was it?
Vespers.
Which one?
That was kind of short this year, though. It wasn't
it was
that
short,
bad.
but
It's
more.
I
But
don't
you had
really
to
know what
practice
it's
for it.
Yeah, I don't really know what it's about. If I'm gonna be honest,
It was
like
What did you say it was? I didn't even.
Vespers.
Oh.
It's like a ceremony to start the beginning of senior week.
so
Oh.
You just get like a flower and
Oh
like,
yeah.
we like
and
had
you
to
eat
go
cupcakes,
practice for like we had to go practice for like 2 hours in the morning.
But again, it
Oh.
was the
Yeah.
walking, it was the left and right.
And like we had like
And you got to
crisscross.
cross, but someone had to wait, and it was just
Yeah.
it didn't really work.
Could not
Yeah,
get that
but
either.
it was all for flour.
Yeah.
For a flower.
But I mean, yeah, it was a long. I feel like all the senior week things are like in the end, like you're gonna look back and be like, okay, like that's nice that we did. You know what I mean?
That is true. I always thought about skipping some of them, and I think I remember parents like encouraging me to go, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm happy I did it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
people are like, it's like, oh, I don't really want to go. It's gonna take a while, but then like in like a couple of years, you're gonna be like, oh, remember when we did that? So
Yeah.
it was nice that they kind of. I would shout out to everybody who like organizes it because I don't know how. Like, there's a lot of us, so.
Well done, McKenna. Shout out to the organizers.
For real.
Well played. I'm gonna remember you on the way out. She said thank you. I know you are all thankful. I'm just kidding. How's the college decision go? You've all known for how long? Like, when do you make those decisions? I can't even remember.
Well, you knew for a while.
I've been going to Holy Cross since junior year, so it's
Oh.
like February.
Okay.
Cross.
Yeah, I'm going to lacrosse.
Oh,
Lacrosse there.
that's serious. They come
So
after you
I-
hard, or was that always in your mind?
Well, I always knew I wanted to play lacrosse, but then it was just like whether or not like what school. And so
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Did they come after you hard, or did?
they came after me pretty hard, but like
Yeah.
I mean, it took a while. It took like till November. So we went to a huge committing tournament in Texas actually, and there's like over hundreds and hundreds of coaches there. And then after that, that's when it became real. But till then, I was just like kind of just looking locally already, and then that's
Yeah.
like definitely wowed me and everything. Like I thought it was like perfectly for me. It was like not too big because I know I definitely am like shy before people get to know me, and then like at the same rate it was like close to home as well as like I know it's just a cherry on top, but like my favorite color's been purple ever since I was younger, and so like that was just a bonus. Thought the campus was pretty. I was like, okay, I'm ready to sign.
It's funny the things that put these decisions over the top, right?
Exactly.
I had one like that too. Actually, it didn't end up going, but I remember thinking there's this one silly thing that's kind of like making me want to go to one school
Exactly.
that I didn't go. But anyway, anybody else want a good college story?
I feel like we just kind of like.
Penn State's that's a big move.
Yeah, so that's okay. I'm a little different there. I was pretty.
I'm
big.
familiar with that particular
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's-
visiting. I didn't go there.
It's just like the college process, like it's definitely like overwhelming at first, just applying and everything, kind of making sure like you're picking the right places. But like overall, I feel like it's like once you're done, you feel like so like okay, now I can just sit back and like let the colleges like respond to me, and then I can like be kind of in charge of where I decide. And
Yeah.
I feel like I was just kind of figuring out. I applied to a couple of the schools I wanted to, and this was like one of my top ones. And like I was just like on the fence about it, but like I just love like their community and like their atmosphere. And when I visited it, I was just like, this is definitely like.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, when you're just like walking, you're just like, this is definitely where I want to go. So
You had that
it's,
feeling
like,
right away.
Yeah, it's just like easier when you like can tour them and be like, you just know, like once the admitted process is over, you just like kind of know right away.
Do you know you wanted to get away a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, my sister goes she goes down to South Carolina too.
Oh, okay.
And then my brother's pretty local. He goes to UMass Amherst, so like I'm kind of right in the middle, which I like.
Yeah.
Parents definitely like it too. It's like close, medium, far, so it was nice.
Okay, cool. And I'm sorry, what'd you say again? You're not wearing the logo. It's very confusing for me.
University of South Carolina.
USC.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, very good. That's a fun spot.
Yeah, definitely. I have a twin brother, so
Oh.
I wanted to go to the same school as him. He didn't want to go to the same school as me, but
Is he there?
he's going to Alabama,
Oh.
so we're close to each other. We're down
SEC
south together.
rivals.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that, actually.
Cool.
Yeah.
South Carolina's fun. I had a cousin who went to Coastal Carolina.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how
Friends
far
who
that
go
is
there.
from.
It's like an hour. It's really not far.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought somebody really liked that answer. Like a lot of noise from the outside studio. Yeah, the Coastal's more like Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah.
South
It
Carolina's
is very
more
Myrtle Beach, Columbia.
Columbia, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very cool. All right, so we got the college thing taken care of. We just need to get you a sweatshirt, Izzy, and we'll be
Oh,
fine. I'm sure you have a few already.
Yeah.
Very good. Do you guys have any other siblings in the school system or Newburyport? No. I always ask that. Sometimes I know like the brother or sister, so it's always a nice thing to ask. But all right, back to the lacrosse here for our final few minutes. So you're waiting on your opponent. Is that do you think about that a lot? Are you like hoping for a team? Is it like anxiety? I don't know. What's the feeling as you wait to see who your next matchup is?
I don't know. I feel like for me, well, we were just talking about it before we started. Like the way like the scheduling kind of goes is kind of interesting because we just played back to back, and then we have like kind of a big gap in between our next game. And personally, like I think we all are just kind of like the waiting process is just hard. Not even for a specific team, but just like waiting to go out there and like try to see if like we can like move on is just kind of like hard. So I feel like I'm not personally like waiting for a team, but it's just like the waiting and anticipation of like when we're gonna play
Just
next.
want to get out there.
Want to go back and play.
Yeah.
Like the separation of the schedule is interesting.
You do want to add to that? You feel the same way?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Especially like when you have it rolling, right? You got some
Exactly.
wins.
You're on a good streak, just keep it going.
We have to like stop for a couple of days and just like let practice. We'll just like keep that intensity up in practice and stuff.
Do you like? I wonder if is your coach trying to like make some more game situations just to like maybe?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Putting in some like situational stuff, like and just seeing how the team reacts without like having a timeout. Obviously, being like, okay, what would you do with like a minute left and you need to get the ball back? Like, obviously, we need pressure on defense or something like that. But so we're just trying to all like get on the same like page and like what we need to do in case that situation does happen.
Interesting. Who's in charge of the music here? Is it? Do you have one person?
For the music.
Team effort? Yeah. I want bus rides and all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, that's actually kind of me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get told what to play though. It's like my phone.
Oh, okay. It's all. Do you have like a good speaker or something? What's the?
Yeah, we do have a good speaker. We have a
Okay.
big JBL.
All right. Is it yours?
No,
Oh.
it's our
a
team.
softball.
It's our team.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it was Emma's. Was it,
Yeah, we have like we have like a couple like
We've
duties
had a
that you
few.
pass down to like the new players coming up. So one of them had like a really big speaker, so she like offered to like use it for the season. So thank God she brings that, and it's like pretty loud. So that's
Yeah.
yeah, it's huge.
Is it are you a loud bus? Some teams are louder than others.
We're a pretty loud
Yeah,
bus.
yeah, we're a loud bus.
We're an energetic
Yeah.
bus.
We are.
Bus driver's nightmare.
Probably.
a lot of energy on our
Depends which
team.
one, but yeah, definitely.
Has that been an issue for you, by the way? I've heard the bus driver shortage or
Yes.
buses shortage, I guess.
We've definitely had late buses.
When we
Yeah.
have when we have like
It's crazy.
faraway games, it's like we have 10 minutes to warm up.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
It's like, you just gotta go. I don't know why, but it's just like the timing of our games and everything. It's like hard to get buses there and back. So we always put our cleats on the bus and are like, all right, try to stretch a little bit before we get out there. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're going,
Stretching on the bus.
like
A little
well,
sometimes.
Yeah.
But mainly that's like our one thing we do in the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we stretch and then we don't even like touch the sticks and then we're like, okay, we just gotta
Yeah.
rely on everything we've done at practice. Just brace it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you can get there a little earlier for the quarterfinals game. That's me.
definitely, yeah, we'll take
Oh, they're
care of that.
home.
Yeah.
They're home. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need the bus.
So is it just the next game that would be home?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you would have, you're 3 wins away from winning the whole thing.
Yes.
That's what quarterfinals means, right? Yes. So you got one home game, and then you would go to. Do you know where?
Neutral
Neutral
sites.
sites.
Just some
Depending on
neutral
who we
site?
Play, yeah.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. And how many? Do you know how many teams you could play in your next game? Is it like
Just
like
two.
two.
We're
that
waiting
game?
on-
It's one game already set.
Yeah,
Okay.
they play tonight,
It-
so.
They played tonight. And who is it?
Yeah. Swampscott and then like Algonquin Regional,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like
They're
that.
by
Okay.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
They're by Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Oh.
far.
That's right, because you got that's the whole state
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Swampscott is more. What were they? The Big Blue. They had a unique nickname. That's right. All right, very cool. So you've actually been on the show before, but it's been a while. Did we do rapid fire with all of you before? You remember that? Good memory. I think we should do it again. We have one. You don't remember?
I just remember I embarrassed myself on it, so.
Oh, which one? What was your answer? You can say it now.
It was my movie question, and then
Well, you weren't the one who lied, were you?
No, I was the one who lied.
And I've never seen the movie?
The Shrek 2, yeah.
Oh, I talk about you.
Yeah, I know. Got peer pressured. Is that Shrek 2?
Oh
Never
my
watched
God.
Shrek 2.
We moved on to the next person, and
Yes.
like she was laughing, and I was like, "You all right?" And she goes, "I lied. I've never seen that movie before." I was like, "You told me your favorite movie was a movie you've never seen before." She goes, "Yes, I
Someone
don't
was
know."
like in the back of my ear whispering Shrek 2, and so I was like, okay,
Definitely
Shrek
Emma.
2. It was Emma.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a backstory. Okay, I didn't realize the backstory, but yeah, no,
So then I've just like remember that ever since.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
mentioned it probably a dozen times on the show, but
It's okay.
when people are embarrassed, they're like, "Well, somebody actually lied to me
I'm
before."
memorable.
All right, very good, Anna. We will never forget you for that. I can't believe I did the first time. I didn't forget it. I just, didn't remember the face. Okay. Favorite movie. Let's start there. Izzy, you.
See, I'm ready for this.
Marley and Me.
Oh,
That movie.
God.
It's my favorite
I
of all
have
times.
like questions about that, man. It's like, are you in an okay place? Sorry, Anna.
I like Bring It On.
Okay. You sure? You've seen that movie?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
my favorite one. I have all like 5 DVDs.
Okay.
Okay.
She said it with attitude this
I
time.
know. She was mad. Oh God. I'll say Grown Ups.
Grown ups?
Yeah.
Okay. Marley and Me. That's the one. God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, that's
I
a.
love it. It's a sad one.
Do you like watch it over and over again?
I've watched it so many times with my family. It used to
What
be,
is
like-
wrong with you?
So sad.
It's so
It's
sad.
but it's so cute, and I love the actors in it and everything. It's just such a good movie.
Owen Wilson,
It's
right?
good.
I think.
Jennifer Aniston's in it.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Isn't it Owen Wilson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
It's the blonde guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll try to get over that answer. It's a one-time movie for me. Never again.
Same.
It's a great movie, but book too. It was book first, right?
Yeah.
I think I actually read the book first. And then I was like, why did I do the movie too? So it's devastating. Favorite song to like take into a game? What's like the pump-up song?
God.
There's a lot of them, but Run This Town for Me
Mm.
by Rihanna.
Rihanna,
I
yeah.
love.
I love that song too.
I really like Light It Up.
Who does that?
I'm not really sure who it's by.
Light It Up?
But we all have this thing we've done this year to
Yeah.
like kind of spice up some of our games. Is we have goal songs now.
Oh.
So anytime someone scores, we have one song that we play on the speaker.
Gotcha.
To kind of like hype you up.
Who's in charge of that? That's like the press box thing, or like speaker on the ground?
Fortunately, we haven't done the press box, even though that would have been better.
That would've
But
been-
we do
yeah.
the speaker on the ground, and the person who owns the speaker just does it.
In charge of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't really have like a specific song. I just like we have a bunch of like warm up playlists that we use, and there's one that I like can't name it, but it's just like the best one I think when we play it. I'm like,
Do you girls know what the playlist is?
UNC or McDonald?
which one does the McDonald one start like? I don't know. I think it's the McDonald one because I asked them. It starts with like.
Is it the one that starts on the speaker?
Yeah.
I know
the
which one
UNC.
you're talking
I don't know. Yeah, the UNC one.
The UNC one. All right.
Nice
UNC
warm-up
playlist.
Acceptable
Give a
answer.
good
Very
one.
good.
Women's lacrosse.
Who's the? You can name drop a player. Yeah, let's do that. Let's name drop a player. Who's the unsung hero of the year?
Ooh. I'm gonna say Kate Keller.
Yeah, definitely.
Kate Keller's definitely a big one.
She's our
Really?
goalie, and she's just like
She's insane.
she just starts everything. Like she's so good.
What year is she?
Junior.
Junior. So
I also think Olivia McDonald brings the heat a lot of the
She
time.
really does.
Yeah.
There's just times where she just like has ungodly amounts of energy, whether it's like
Yeah.
winning a huge draw on the circle or whether it's just like her moves to like a shot is amazing, and then she just gets so hype after, like kind of just like brings the whole team
The
up, and we're like,
energy,
okay, let's get
Okay.
one more.
Yeah.
All right, I get that. Favorite? We'll keep rolling. Favorite class?
Like science classes.
Science classes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them was interesting to me.
I like math.
Math.
Yeah.
I
Is he
like
cringes?
history.
History. You said. Okay. Favorite teacher?
Oh goodness.
Miss Archie, my Spanish teacher. I had her for 2 years and I loved her.
Okay.
Mr. Littlefield.
That one comes up a lot.
Yeah, he's been my math teacher.
No, I think I'm saying.
He's been my math teacher for the past 2 years, and he's
Yeah.
also my neighbor,
He's
so
so
I love
nice.
him.
Yeah, he's your neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Shovel him out sometimes.
Very good. Yeah, he has to like you if you're neighbors.
Exactly.
Did you say really? Were you surprised by her
No,
answer?
like I was.
I thought you were saying
I
that.
thought you said something
As a
else.
teacher, I know
I used
that.
to the neighbor thing. I forgot that you guys were neighbors. I love Mr. Littlefield too. I would say Mr. Guthrie.
Oh,
he's
I
a good
would say
one.
Marlar.
Oh, Miss Marlar. Sorry, yeah, Miss Marlar too.
So you're just trying to make friends on the way out. You're name dropping several
I
teachers.
know, I'm not.
What is the what has been the one moment this year that like you'll never forget? It might be a silly moment, it might be like just something team camaraderie stuff.
I feel like, I don't know if you guys are gonna say it, but at the beginning of the year we just had these dance circles, and this one sophomore on our team, Olivia Foley, is the funniest. She's so funny. The funniest girl I know, and she just like would go in the dance circle and just go off. Like
the
no
whole
one was
time.
ever
Like, no,
watching
she wouldn't-
her.
she
wouldn't let anyone else in, and
It was
just like
crazy.
her.
And it
I
really
for like
just
20
broke the
minutes straight,
energy.
we all just be like, nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She's so
That's a
funny.
good one.
What kind of dancing?
I don't know.
Kind of
I've
uncoordinated,
never
I'm not
seen
gonna
those
lie.
dance
I
moves
tell you the
ever.
moves, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody can explain
It's
it.
not moves you do, I don't know.
I feel like somebody should have that on film or something.
Oh, we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
We
good.
do. We have a lot of that.
Do you all have the same answers, or not even another?
Sometimes Kat even joined in once. That might be my memory.
Yeah, she did. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I feel like, again, like since we all are like play different positions, because there's like three, like I feel like defense-wise, like we have some funny moments. Like
Yeah.
sometimes we play some teams and the ball doesn't really come down to defense. Sometimes, so like when we meet up in the circle, there's just like some funny things. Like Josie Palma, me and her, like sometimes move up to midi at some points, and like playing with her on midi is just, she's just so funny. Like her commentary throughout the game, she's like, oh god, I missed a pass, and all this stuff. And, like she's talking while she's running, and she's just
That
makes me
on-field
laugh
stuff
all
is
the time.
funny.
She's
Her
so
commentary
funny.
is pretty funny too.
Yeah, I know, but like just me and her together, like when we're playing offense, we're like don't know what to do. We're just like passing the ball around. So
McKenna makes you laugh.
Yes, McKenna does
Oh.
make me laugh. But sometimes I have the pleasure of playing midfield with her. That's like my true position. Like,
Yep.
you know, Izzy sometimes feeds her the ball, she'll miss, and she's like, oh my god, I missed my kid.
it's bad. It's intense.
That is funny. Last one. Best advice you would give to like the middle schooler, like elementary schooler that wants to be in your shoes someday.
I know it's cheesy, but like don't take anything for granted, and like time really flies. Cause I just remember so vividly my freshman year of high school. When I played soccer, all the seniors and captains were like, "It really does go by," and I'm like, "I have 4 years. Like I
Yeah.
have 4 years, and it just went by like that." So
It's not
crazy.
cheesy. It's such a good answer. It's
Yeah.
true.
It has flown by, and it's also like
Yeah.
nothing for granted. Like COVID was so out of nowhere, and just we all had to like readjust to that, and it was really hard, but definitely went by fast.
Mhm.
I mean, I also just say like at the same rate, like I know it's really hard to like not focus on like your good grades and like obviously playing sports, and I'm not saying not to focus on that, but at the same time like make the memories, because like
Yeah.
they are gone in a matter of minutes.
Yep. Good idea. Go to those events.
Yeah. Fun.
I was gonna say the same thing. Don't take anything for granted, and also just like value like the friendships that you make too, and like relationships like with like teachers, coaches, friends, everything, because those are like the ones that are gonna last. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answers. All right. Well, we had Izzy, Anna, McKenna, Newburyport Lacrosse. They're waiting on their next opponents. You don't know where. You know where. You don't know when and who. You're going to be at home.
Come support.
What? Yeah. Hopefully, your crowd's been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's been
good.
pretty good.
Pretty good. All right. Well, make sure you get whoever they play. Make sure you go see them because they're making a great run in the quarterfinals next. It is another special group, Newburyport Lacrosse. Good luck, girls, on their next one. We'll be rooting for you. Maeve Power, Madeline Clement, Lily Woodger, Sarah Hayden, the boss. Thank you all for your work here today. We appreciate you. Our strong, I always say small but mighty team here, but it's like getting bigger. The team's getting bigger. We're doing okay. My name is Drew Moholland, live at Drew's house. We'll catch you next time. Peace.